Friends, family, best friends, lovers, I have a massive announcement to make. The People Squad are going out on a limb. They've been doing it for the last month or so, and they've done it again. One trade this week, Josh Jackson moves on for Nat Butcher. I think the theory with this was that there's a great chance that he stays at edge with Corey Waddell getting the 5 weeks for the eye gouge. So I think that's the theory there. Butcher comes in, being a fair bit cheaper, so we now have 3 trades remaining, 137 in the bank for a future upgrade or a potential straight swap for an injury. But the biggest decision here is you see Nathan Cleary has the V next to his name, the vice captaincy armband, and they're going out on a limb this week and picking Mr. James Tedesco as the captaincy option this week up against a slightly decimated, or very decimated Manly side there. So while we say it's a big risk, it is Teddy. It is an outside back. It is a full back there. So you're getting the safety there in Cleary, given he does so much across the park. Teddy also does, but just doesn't score in as many ways. So if he's kept a little bit quiet, if Manly happen to do well, there's a chance that Teddy could get 30. There's also a high chance that Teddy could get 88 again, like last week. But just be aware that Cleary, this is 50 odd to 60 is his floor. So Teddy has to do a fair bit to get to that point, which is what makes this lots of fun. I really hope Ted comes out and gets 100 and Cleary doesn't go as well as that, which will be fun for the People Squad. I think they need a little bit of a Hail Mary as well, given we have slipped back to 5-5-6. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Just that one trade this week, but the rest of the team now looks pretty solid. We're sitting there with the 4 cash outs. We have cover in each position, except for center, which is annoying. But thankfully, for this team anyway, Kohler was not an issue in terms of being in the side and stuffing us up for playing cover. So we're just going to do with what we can in this one and straight swap for a center if we need. But anyway, that's the People Squad. We move on to the head-to-head squad, which I'll say, similarly to the People Squad, have stuffed up with a few decisions of the last month or so. This team, I always went out on a bit of a limb and made some interesting decisions, and it didn't work over the last bunch of weeks. Let's say that there was a few things that just happened that didn't happen to work out here. How good is the photo for Mr. Dean Mariner, who makes it into our squad for the first time? And shout out to Hamish in the Discord group for bringing this guy up a little bit more in a little DM there. It just showed me a little bit of a highlights package for him, and he is averaging 44 in the Queensland Cup there as well, and is highly touted as a youngster here. So he should get a bit of a chance, and hopefully he can score pretty well this week up against a weakened Tigers side. Weakened compared to normal teams. But yeah, he's going to be interesting. So he comes in, and I'm going to keep Kohler as the cover. Again, a mistake I made was not keeping cover. In this team, we traded out Ewan Aiken, which was a mistake. Even regardless of the scoring side, it was a mistake for just losing that cover, for example, there. So that's the team now. We bring in Mariner, and we also bring in Fafita. So I had to trade out Raymond Fatala Mariner. So I dropped Hosking for Mariner, gave me an extra 120 odd K, which I had 70 odd available, gave me 200 spare, which allowed an upgrade to Fafita, which is a great one. Main issue now is just the cover we have in the hooking position is just Booth. So hopefully he can score well. Looks like they're transitioning Clark into a full-time 13 role. So I think that this will be fine in terms of having him as cover for the rest of the season, but we would enjoy an improved score heading into this week. We do have enough players here to use the loop, which is good. Kohler, Lewis, or Falls, we can use them to see what happens with Boothie, for example, if he can get a great score or not, because he definitely has the opportunity to. But that is the head-to-head squad. A very interesting situation at the moment, given we have 2 trades remaining. Not the favourite situation, but it does leave us with 19 potential playing players there if Mariner continues to play. So having him as backup, but 18 decent players for sure. So we'll take that for a team that has struggled a little bit with team value since dropping out of that sort of top 50 there. So still a great season overall, 262, but the main issue here is trying to set up for head-to-head finals as well. So I don't believe we'll be able to make any more trades until those head-to-head finals if we want to set ourselves up for success in that, because overall glory is Gornsky's now. Obviously you'd like to finish with a respectable overall rank, but the attention turns to the head-to-head now, and hopefully Mariner can keep his spot, which gives us that cover for the rest of the year, and we have cover in each and every other position from that, which is great. So that's what we need now. We need everyone to stay pretty healthy, and if not, they're out for 1 week or 2 weeks max, and then we can use those last 2 trades for any long-term injuries, which over the last 5 rounds, 6 rounds, might be a little bit slim, but we're going to have to go with it because we needed a playing player this week because of the mistakes we made. So I am human as well. I make mistakes, even if I go out on a limb and go, oh, we'll be fine with no cover. It shows that a lot of time it doesn't work. So just keep that in mind for you guys, and we'll do a nice review on all the squads at the end of the year so we can go through that also. But we finished with my team. I've actually decided to hold pat this week with my trades. We have Kohler out, which is not good at all. Thankfully, I do have cover in this team. And I will say, I think I've made much better decisions over the last month or so. Bringing back Reed, I think on paper was a good one. He was back averaging 55 without too many try scoring efforts. There was just some good hard work ethic through tackling and kicking and a little bit of running there. And unfortunately, he hasn't scored as well. Since we had a few rough decisions with Taumalolo coming in and him getting injured and stuff like that, it's been fairly smooth sailing for us. Great decision to bring in Adam Elliott, for example. That played off really well. We decided to make sure we got Burton, make sure we got with Tedesco there. Hughesy might not have been the best option, but we've definitely been improving over the last bunch of weeks. And now to be able to hold pat this week and not make any trades, leaving us 5 for the last 5 rounds, I think it leaves us in a good situation there. And if there are some injuries to suspensions, some of the top guys, I can play around with a little upgrade, downgrade, maybe do the 2 trades, for example, to get some of the guys that we would be hoping to get. But obviously this week, we're going to be hoping on guys like Reed, Hughesy, and Dewey, and these types of players to actually come out and do a lot better, McInnes and Taumalolo. And if they come out and are able to do that, then that really helps this squad continue to propel down into the top 1,000 there. So very happy that we can sit there with 5 trades and not make any this week, and get Kohler back next week and continue to use him as cover and potentially a starter. We obviously got Savage there in our 4 this week, which isn't ideal, but he does come up against the Titans, which could be a fun game for them. But anyway, guys, that is the trades video. I hope you're learning each and every week with this video as to what I'm doing with my team, what are we doing with the People Squad. And again, if you want to join in on the fun of the People Squad and make that decision, it was really close. It was 27 votes to Teddy and 25 to Cleary in that one. But if you want to join, jump in the Discord group, guys. And if you're not sure how to do it, just let me know in the comments there and we'll get you in there. But I hope you enjoyed that. As always, like, subscribe, guys, and we'll catch you in the next video.